Let me tell you something that most people never learn, not in school, not at home, and definitely not from their first job. Two men earn the same exact salary. They live in the same city, work in the same industry. One of them stays broke forever, living paycheck to paycheck, always stressed. The other one becomes rich, same money, same starting line. Totally different thinking. You see, rich people don't win because they're smarter. This story, this one idea, has the power to change how you see money, starting today. They don't win because they work harder or longer hours. And no, it's not always about luck or being born into the right family. They win because they think differently. Today, I'm going to tell you a true story, based on real financial studies done over decades, about two people who started in the exact same place. I'm going to show you how their thinking, their internal monologue, sent their lives in completely opposite directions. If you've ever felt like you're working hard, but still feel stuck, like you're running on a treadmill and getting nowhere, then this video is for you. Let's call our two men John and Mike. They're the same age, they have the same job at the same company, and they earn the exact same salary. It's a decent salary, enough to get by, but certainly not enough to feel rich or secure. At 25 years old, fresh in their careers, both of them said the exact same thing. I'll start saving and investing later, when I earn more money. Does that sound familiar? It's the classic line we all tell ourselves. Once I get that promotion, or once I pay off this one debt, then I'll get serious about my finances. As the years went by, something interesting started to happen. But later is a dangerous word. Their shared starting point began to diverge, not because their paychecks changed, but because their thoughts changed. John's thinking sounded like this. Money is so stressful. It's the root of all my problems. His main focus was, I just need a higher salary. He'd look at wealthy people and think, they're probably greedy or they got lucky. If only my boss would pay me more, all my problems would disappear. Now, let's listen to what was going on in Mike's head. His thinking was different. He thought, money is a tool. It's not good or bad, it's just a resource. Instead of feeling intimidated, he thought, I need to learn how this tool works. How can I make my money work for me, instead of me always working for it? It's the same income, the same bank deposits every 2 weeks, but a completely different mindset. This is the first most crucial split. Poor and middle-class thinking says, money is for spending. I work hard. I deserve this. The paycheck comes in and the first thought is about what it can buy. A new gadget, a night out, a vacation. Rich thinking says, money is for multiplying. How can I turn this dollar into two? The paycheck comes in and the first thought is, where can I plant this money so it grows? This difference in thinking led to a difference in behavior. John operated on a spend-first system. He'd pay his bills, buy what he wanted, and then, if there was anything left over at the end of the month, which there rarely was, he'd think about saving it. Mike did the exact opposite. He operated on a pay-yourself-first system. The moment his paycheck hit his account, a portion of it was automatically moved into savings and investment accounts. He did this first, before paying for anything else. Then, he adjusted his lifestyle to live on what was left. So while John was upgrading his phone to the latest model every year, Mike was upgrading his financial knowledge. He was reading books, watching videos like this one, maybe even taking a course on investing. When John was standing in front of a new car or a fancy watch, he would ask himself one question. Can I afford the monthly payment? But Mike, when faced with a financial decision, asked a totally different and far more powerful question. Will this purchase make me money in the long run? Is this an asset or a liability? That single question, that one shift in perspective, changed everything. Rich people don't primarily ask, how much does it cost? They ask, what is the return on this investment? Whether it's investing in a stock, a business, or their own education, the focus is always on the return. Let's fast forward to age 35. A decade has passed. John is tired. He's working just as hard, but he's still stressed about bills. He's bitter that he hasn't gotten the big promotion he was always waiting for. He's still stuck in that loop of thinking, if only I earned more. Mike, at 35, isn't a millionaire yet. He doesn't drive a Lamborghini. But something fundamental is different about his life. He has a growing portfolio of small investments. He started a little side income stream based on a skill he learned in his spare time. He has financial knowledge and a level of confidence that John has never developed. John looks at Mike and says, "Must be nice. You got lucky." But Mike knows it wasn't luck. It was intentionality. He was building his financial house brick by brick, while John was waiting for someone to just give him a mansion. This brings us to the next core principle. Rich people think long term. Most people think about right now. They think about the weekend, the next paycheck, the next vacation. Poor thinking is dominated by the need for instant gratification. I need money fast. I want to feel good now. Rich thinking is about delayed gratification. I'm willing to wait if the payoff down the road is bigger. John constantly sought quick comfort. After a tough week at work, he'd spend a lot of money to treat himself. Mike, on the other hand, accepted short-term discomfort. He was escaping the pain and stress of his financial reality. Maybe he drove an older car for a few more years. Maybe he packed his lunch instead of buying it. He wasn't escaping pain. He was delaying pleasure for a bigger prize later. And here is the truth that nobody really wants to hear. Rich people are willing to be uncomfortable for a longer period of time than everyone else. Comfort feels great today, but it often keeps you trapped. Discomfort is hard, it's challenging, but it's what buys you freedom tomorrow. Now let's jump ahead to age 45. The economy takes a downturn. A recession hits. John's company announces layoffs. He is gripped by panic. His job, his only source of income, is at risk. He has no savings to fall back on, no assets, nothing. He feels like a victim, powerless. Mike is nervous too. Nobody likes a recession. But he is prepared. Why? Because rich thinkers never ever rely on a single source of income. They diversify. They build their financial ark before the rain starts, not while they're drowning in the flood. In this crisis, their thinking once again reveals everything. John asks, "Why is life so unfair? Why is this happening to me?" Mike, facing the same storm, asks a different question. "What can I control right now?" He blames the economy, his company, his boss. What is my next move? Same storm, but a very different umbrella. Poor thinking leads to blame. It's always someone else's fault, the system, the government, the rich. Rich thinking leads to adaptation. They don't complain, they calculate. They don't blame, they take responsibility. And this might be uncomfortable to hear, but it is incredibly powerful. The moment you take 100% responsibility for your financial situation, your life starts to change. Blame keeps you stuck and powerless. Responsibility gives you options and control. So, Mike tightens his budget. He leans on his side income. He looks for opportunities that the downturn might create. John just hopes he doesn't get fired. Now for the final chapter. Age 65, retirement. John does retire, but not into peace. He retires with stress. He's dependent on a small pension or social security. He's still constantly worried about money, about outliving his meager savings. His life is defined by limitations. Mike also retires at 65, but he retires into freedom. He has multiple streams of income from his investments and the small businesses he built over the years. He has choices. He can travel, support his family, pursue hobbies, or donate to causes he cares about. He has peace of mind. Same starting point, same salary, radically different lives. And the only thing that separated them, the only variable that truly mattered, was their thinking. So let me ask you, and be honest with yourself. That's it. It's the whole secret. As you listen to this story, who do you identify with more? Are you thinking like John, or are you thinking like Mike? Are you waiting for a raise to save you, or are you taking control with what you have right now? Because here is the fundamental truth. Your income will eventually follow your identity. Your financial future will follow your thoughts. You don't need more money first. You need a different mindset first. The money will follow the mindset, not the other way around. Start today. Start by asking better questions. Not, can I afford this, but what will this return? Not, why is this happening to me, but what's my next move? Start thinking long-term, Choose discomfort today for freedom tomorrow. Start treating money like a tool to be used, not a reward to be spent. And if you do that, one day, maybe sooner than you think, you'll wake up and realize you're on the other side of that line. You'll be thinking like Mike. You'll be building your own freedom. If this video changed the way you think about money even a little bit, do me a favor and hit that like button. Subscribe for more content that empowers you, and share this with someone you know who needs to hear this wake-up call. Your future self will thank you for it. Thanks for watching.